I just got an updraft. Apparently, I bumped the power cord and it turned my fan back on. So, hello, everybody. We are here for a Tuesday live on a Wednesday. I got so many dang cords everywhere. I can't even find the right one. Gotta untangle all of my stuff. Yeah, yesterday, if you read my community tab, yesterday it was like her and I kind of within the same moment. She messaged me and went, "Oh my gosh, I'll be home for the live." And I went, "Wait, today's Tuesday?" So, needless to say, rather than both of us being rushed yesterday and to come on and do the live, let's just do it tomorrow. So here we are again on another Wednesday. Get my box down so I can get my prompts. So just as a reminder, this is week 32. So if you want to watch us as well as other creators, it's hashtag 2024 CW32. So if you type that into your YouTube search bar, it should bring you up all the other channels that are also doing this challenge.
That's funny. I saved all my stuff in my computer as week 31.
Oh, whoops. No, we're on 32. So to remind you, our prompts were cake or dessert. And I didn't put it on I meant to put it on my community tab. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. But again, I was busy today and I forgot. And then suddenly it was 4 after 4 and panic. So needless to say, reminder of the prompts: cake or dessert, an instrument with keys, a flying insect, polka dots, a flag, and bonus is a piece of ribbon.
I totally don't have a theme for this week.
I don't really either.
I'm gonna turn my Facebook off real quick. I was being sarcastic.
About not having a theme?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not.
I've been thinking about this one since last week.
Well, who on you?
I started thinking about it. That doesn't mean I was prepared for it.
I've been busy getting my orders together for my Etsy. Because holy crackers. Gail's subs are keeping me busy.
I've been busy doing very much less fun stuff than that.
I wouldn't necessarily consider doing the die cuts fun either at this point because my arms are killing me. My fingers are killing me. I stabbed myself with the pokey tool. Like right there. So I've got a hole in my finger that is swollen and it hurts like a booger. Like, ouch. Not to mention all the other times I stabbed myself with it. That one hurt. I was weeding one of the die cuts and whack, went through the paper and right into my finger.
That's okay. I can't say what I've been doing is all that bad either, because I've seen parts of this city that I have not seen, and I've lived here for 7 years, 8 years. And there are some nice houses.
Yep. Why are you touristing?
Looking for some nice, affordable houses. Those two things don't really go together, though.
I was going to say, good luck.
Yep. I found some really nice ones that, if I had 12 roommates, I might be able to afford.
So what is Sierra's living situation? Is she living with the boyfriend? She live by herself? Live with her parents?
She lives with her parents currently. We're all kind of house hunting together.
Right.
So.
Well, that was why I was wondering, because you're talking about roommates.
Yeah. At least if it's them, I'm living with people I actually like. Other than finding some creepy ex-murderer on Craigslist. Or sorry, Facebook. Like that's any different nowadays. In fact, I think I might trust people off of Craigslist more than I trust them off of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things will happen when they're supposed to happen.
I mean, there's been some murder cases of people being, got through Craigslist. I don't know. I've never heard of like the Facebook murders.
Oh, I'm sure it's a matter of time.
Like, oh, I guess I should be watching for comments, huh?
Well, there's nothing on YouTube yet. I'm the only watcher, but
yep, nobody's watching just yet. But yeah, there's I don't expect any different because there's lots of drama as always.
I would say save the dramas for your mamas, but pretty sure my mamas would disagree with that. The only drama I want in my life right now is getting all that crap turned into the fair on time.
Well, and as long as you get it to me.
Yep. Yeah, I asked him for an extra day too. I was gonna ask I was gonna say the 17th, like I'll come and pick her up on the 17th. And I was like, but I was like, I'll do the 16th because then if I forget something, I have time to drive home and go get it.
Yeah. My desk is a hot, stinking mess right now. What do you mean forget stuff? We didn't do that.
I know. I literally never forget anything ever.
We're always so organized. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring my Sizzix and stuff to the fairgrounds with me. As I'm when we're sitting back at the camper.
Mm-hmm.
I could be doing stuff. I mean, last year I brought paper and stamps and inks. So it wouldn't be unusual for me to bring something to do. And, my cross stitch to do in the barn.
Yeah.
But, I have that pink and gray suitcase thing that's under our coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I can just load that up with the Sizzix and papers and stuff. And that I could work with that in the barn as well. And just, not take my cross stitch with me this year.
Oh, blasphemy.
I don't even think I got any cross stitching done last year. Not that I can recall, anyway. The doggies are getting yelled at. I wonder what they're doing. Besides not laying down. Well, Arrow has taken kindly to not coming inside when he's called at night. He sits out there and barks at the moon. But no, he's I don't know, it's like he's trying to catch the varmints underground.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. But yeah, the girls will come in and he'll just sit out there. And your dad, this is a nightly ritual now. And I'm like, why do you bother? Because he's not going to come in when you call him. We've already established that. So go to bed. And I'll let him in when he decides to start barking because he wants in the house. Which is usually a couple hours later.
Yeah. Because he's a dingus dog.
It's like trying to catch him when he's running. It's like there's no point in that. Because you're going to lose. I'm improvisioning a flag. Because I had ribbon. I thought I had red, white, and blue ribbon. Like red, white, and blue on a single ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't find it. So either it was completely within my imagination or I put it in a craft swap or I don't know. Because I sure as heck couldn't find any. So without divulging anything, how's Sierra adjusting to reality,
Stressed as she should be.
Drop my dragonfly.
Considering the circumstances, I think she's handling everything pretty well. Better than I would, for certain.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think she's doing all right. And I think having support is definitely helping with that.
Usually is the case in many aspects of life.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to deal with anything when you've got people to support you while you're struggling.
Well, I can tell you now that I have said the words, you have people that care now, get over it, more often than I have in my entire life. You're just going to have to get used to it because I'm not going to suddenly stop caring about people, no matter how much they want me to.
So does she not drive either?
No, she drives.
Oh.
But she, her car is questionable. That thing rattles more than spray paint.
I kind of vaguely remember you kind of making that joke once before.
Her car definitely needs some TLC. She's planning on getting it hopefully fixed this week, though, so. We'll see.
Yeah, your dad was had said something about, if Jared comes up for a day at the fair, that I go, well, he doesn't drive, and Sam will only have one day pass. Actually, you'll have two. I go, but he doesn't drive. And he goes, well, maybe Sierra could give him a ride up. I go, I don't think she drives either.
I don't know if her car would make it this far. I'm sure they'd love to, but yeah, I don't know. Her car's a good city driver. I don't know if it'd be able to make a long trip.
I don't know. Yeah, see Arrow's out there barking at Teresa.
Maybe he's channeling his inner wolf.
I don't know. Some days he just sits out there and barks. And as your dad says, he gargoyles.
Sits on the porch and stares.
Yep, which is quite funny because he'll usually sit with like his butt on the landing and his front feet on this next stair down. Like, you're a weirdo. That can't be comfortable.
Maybe he was replaced by a demon. I was going to say the other word, but it's frowned upon.
Well, considering Mina left her hellhound here.
Yeah. Oh, so he's just out there keeping it company.
So I'm assuming that this kind of stuff is what the entry refers to when it says an item made from like a cricket silhouette, and stuff like this.
Stuff
that's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to enter.
Stuff you have to actually like put some thought into rather than just cutting.
Well, yeah, because you get these little gingerbread cookies.
Mm-hmm.
It's one. So the cookie base is one cut. The bow on her is 3. You got her hair icing 4. The eyeballs are separate. And then there's the little squiggly lines. So I think that's 7 on her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the dress, 10 for this line on the dress, 11, 12, 11 for the dots on the dress. And then for the boy, you've got his little cotton ball, the hat, the brim, the eyes, so it's 5, the body's 6, his scarf, I'm going to count as 8, but each of these little red spots is a piece that's cut out and you have to glue on individually.
Mm-hmm.
Plus all the squiggly lines. So, you actually have to like assemble them. So I'm assuming that's what they mean, but they get there to and I go to enter them. They're like, what? No, like, you didn't really describe what you were talking about. That was my interpretation. So when you think of Halloween, besides orange, black, and purple, what colors do you think of?
Green and orange.
I said
Black,
orange.
Oh, sorry,
Black,
yellow.
orange, purple.
Yellow, green, purple, black, orange, a little bit of red. But mostly
So
like
everything except for like the pastellies
yeah.
or the neons.
But immediate thought are the ones you already said. Black, purple, orange.
Yeah, black, purple, orange is like, I'm like, well, because I have a whole envelope of like Halloween stuff for die cuts, and then so I was like, I was thinking of doing a Halloween series, but rather than, you know, like right now everything is offered in either neutral, colored, patterned, or I have a surprise me option, which then I do a mix of all of the above. But with the Halloween one, I was thinking just do the whole set in black, the whole set in purple, the whole set, you know. But then you end up with like purple pumpkins, and I'm like, does that? You know what I mean? Or should I do it like a pumpkin is purple? I mean, a pumpkin is orange. The cats are black.
That's how I would do it, honestly. Just
And
doing
then
the color.
and
set.
then like the scarecrow and everybody else just do them like in black as if they're shadows.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Because I have a ton. I have the envelope. It's a thick envelope. I got a lot. Yeah, you did. So I got a pumpkin head dude.
Pumpkin head dude.
I got a Frankenstein. A zombie chick. A witch. No, Bo Peep. Sorry. An angel. There's the witch. So that should be kind of cool, do especially in black, because then it'd be like in a shadow.
Yeah.
And I've got like all these little bats and pumpkins and skulls, and I don't know why the newt is in the Halloween. My stuff got mixed up because there's like a little fox in here too. Boo, and another squirrel. What the heck, man? Okay. Don't remember that it was Scary Cat. Or maybe this was just holiday. Because there's like a package. But got a little Dracula. Ghost, bat, but yeah, a lot of Halloween stuff. Elephants. Gingerbread man. I'm assuming my sniff got crossovered. The animals definitely didn't belong in here. I have a little ghosty. There's another squirrel. A bug. Another hedgehog. See, none of these didn't get included in my last cutting of when I did my animal kingdom because they were in the wrong envelope. There's another lizard. Wow. Bats and witches and brooms. Ghosties and pumpkins. Easter baskets. Dracula. Bat. Eyeball. Eyeballs are fun. Another bat. Witch's hat. Another witch. Skeleton. Scaredy kitty. And a jack-o'-lantern with a hat. Beep. Yeah. But look at all of these animals that were in the wrong envelope. Got porcupine, hedgehog and her baby, 2 squirrels, a buggy of some sort, whatever, beetle, another lizard, a fox, an elephant, and a newt, or salamander, or something.
A lizard.
Those are in the wrong spot. I will refile. Right now they're in a stack over there that I'll probably knock over. Oh, poo. I took my pen out into the living room. Sitting here like, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Lollygagging. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta date it. Come on, glue.
That's okay. I almost forgot to date mine too.
Yeah, I saw you writing and I was like, ooh. Where do I want to put this? We'll go up here. It's funny, your dad only looked at me 3 times. You were here, hey, you got your new glasses. Like, yup.
Hey, at least we noticed.
I was literally on my way home, so I had to go down to Hermiston to pick up his truck. And I was on my way back, and I got the text message letting me know that my glasses were ready. So I'm like, oh, okay, guess I'm going home by way of Richland. Completely out of the way, but you know.
Yeah. Sometimes a drive's nice, though. God, those would have been cool. They're the wrong color.
Oh. Really? Hi, kiddos. But Steven, really?
I think that was sarcasm.
I like literally looked up and went, oh, there's comments.
Bo Peep would make a pretty cool Halloween character, though. My zombie Bo Peep.
I want to know if he's serious or if he was just joking. I'm not sure what Anthony's trying to... Who you calling a hoe?
It's probably hola.
Hola!
Hola.
You have a whole black and white thing going.
Like I said, I don't have a theme. You
What
want to know
is your
something?
What is your overall theme?
Black and white?
Okay.
It's funny though because this is not related. Just my first thought when I read the prompts last week when we were going over them, and I was like, "Oh, I already have an idea for that, right?"
Right.
The first thing that popped in my head was Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
That's funny. And the irony of them announcing yesterday that there's a sequel.
I'm so excited for it.
That's like everybody's talking about it. So everybody's
Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega, yes, please.
And Catherine O'Hara,
yeah,
plays the stepmom.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not a joke this time. It's been a running joke for how long?
Years.
And it's like, don't you be teasing me like that. They finally did it.
It's legit this time. I'm excited to see Winona Ryder back.
And it's like just a couple weeks and it opens like the 14th or something like that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And Michael Keaton.
Yep. I love Jenna Ortega, so I'm excited to see her in that too.
It was announced at the beginning of the year? Really?
Yeah, they've been teasing it for a while, but there was the big controversy about it being fake and nobody believed it for the longest time. The Crow remake.
Right, because they've been saying it for like a decade.
Yep.
Why would anybody believe it?
They're remaking The Crow? I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
Like, you better do that movie the best justice possible, because
Lynn's already foaming at the mouth.
Don't you mess with that movie.
To The Crow or for Beetlejuice, Anthony?
Maybe both.
Or both. Oh, and it's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Nope, it's only twice. So that means that they come out with a third one.
It must be spoken unbroken. It's 3 because she goes Beetlejuice, because.
Well, yeah, that's what to get him to come out. You could say his name 3 times. So what I'm saying is the name of the sequel is Beetlejuice.
Gotcha.
So if they make a third one,
Beetlejuice.
Everybody's gonna be like, but saying his name 3 times sets him free.
So saying it 3 times makes it happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm a millionaire. My transmission's perfect. Can't talk smack about my car. My mechanic's in the chat.
Where did your brother go? I want to know if he was serious about Bo Peep being his favorite character.
I'm excited for Beetlejuice.
Me too. In fact, last time Mina was here, we were watching it. And we got into, and I started it like in the scene where they're in the waiting room and he's next to the guy that's got his head shrunk. And so when it got toward the end and they were back in the waiting room and he goes, he sprinkles it over his head. I'm like, watch me, and it's going to show how his head shrinks. And then they cut it off. I'm like, that is not fair. That Anthony, all children's stuff is gruesome.
Yeah.
That's why they're the Grimm fairy tales. The Grimm brothers were not child friendly.
Oh, they were perfect. Start reading them as Mina's bedtime stories. I'm sure she'd love it. A twisted little Dementor.
Yeah, I was like, see, look, he tricked him and he stole his number so he could go sooner. And then I go, keep watching, and then credits. And I'm like,
What the poops?
That's not right.
Oh, Cinderella, the original Cinderella story. I will have to agree with you. That's probably one of my favorites. That's the story I tell. Let me tell you, Emma was not happy to find out what really happens. Okay, before anybody says anything, I leave out the gruesome details, but I did tell both of them kids know that they cut off their feet, or they mangled their feet to make them fit in the shoes, and then have their eyes pecked out.
Just like ballerinas
Nope.
in real life.
Still looks fun though. I could never be that graceful, but it looks fun.
Girl, you can't even walk up a flight of stairs. What makes you think you could do ballet?
You know what? I'm graceful enough to walk up a flight of stairs by completely avoiding them and taking the elevator. Thank you. Excuse me.
I seem to run people off in Anthony's chats just by saying hi. I'm not sure what that's all about. Like, he'll be live, and Steven's done it too. He's been like talking, chatting away, and I'll like, oh, Anthony's live, and I'll jump in there and be like, hey, kiddo. And then he disappears. I'm like, Sarah did the same thing. Sarah Taylor was in one of his lives, and I'm like, hey, Sarah, how you doing? And then she bounced. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't mean to run people off. I guess maybe I'll just stop coming by. I'll just keep adding it to the loop and not actually watch it. Well, I don't usually watch it anyway. It's usually just running sound in the background. So we, clocking hours.
Most people stick around for all of 30 seconds.
Well, to be fair, his lives are like... Oh, see, Anthony just said the same thing.
Oh, that's because I was reading it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if he's doing computer stuff, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, you dropped the F-bomb?
I did. It was too late to correct it. It was already out. If he's talking car stuff, there's a little bit that I know, but not generally about what he's doing, like all the mods and stuff. I'm like, well, huh? Or he's playing a game I know nothing about. So it's like,
oh my god, you're putting the dingy thingy on the do-hopper.
Exactly. That's absolutely how I feel. So, I pop in, give him the views, give him the watch time, and
welcome back.
Bounce in and out. Usually I'll like go out and watch something, watch a crafting thing. The world is saved. So, Steven, is Bo Peep really your favorite character? I gotta know. And is it the real Bo Peep or the zombie Bo Peep? Or is it only if Amy's in the costume? I have questions.
She'd be a mean Bo Peep. I'd like to see Amy as a Halloween themed Bo Peep. That would be cool. Dang it. I just reminded myself I need to start ordering the stuff for my Halloween costume.
One activity at a time. Let's get through fair.
To be fair, I could probably get most of it at Goodwill, but...
Oh, your Halloween costume?
Yeah.
What are you going to be this year?
I would tell you, but you'd have no idea who I was talking about.
Okay.
But I'm going as Nifty from Hazbin Hotel.
I can Google.
No, it was a joke. I couldn't complain about my wife dressed up, though.
Oh, Steven. Okay. We're gonna change the subject because I'm mom and I don't need to know that stuff.
It's not always dirty, jeez. Please tell me you're taking a knife with you. Duh.
To fair?
No, Halloween.
Oh.
You can't be nifty without the knife. Trying to convince Jared to dress up as Alistair, but that's a little bit of a harder costume. Oh, that coat though.
I gotta Google.
Yep, see, they know who I'm talking about. I told you you wouldn't know. Does that mean, though, if I find somebody in the street dressed up as Adam, I can stab him? Wait, I know who I can tell to dress up like that, then. Serpentious. Yeah, no, I can see that. Here, let me just shoot a text real quick. Hold on. Good night from Ireland. Ugh,
Good night.
I wish.
You wish it was good night, or you wish you were in Ireland?
I wish I was in Ireland. I might have to convince him to dress up as Serpentious now. Oh, next year. I'll just go as Cherry Bomb. He can be Serpentious.
Yes, Stephen, you can appreciate your wife without it being dirty, but when we're talking about dressing up as Bo Peep.
You mean to tell me you've never just dressed up like a weirdo and gone to Walmart? Okay.
No, just you.
One of these years. Yeah. No, it's on the TFIL. It's on the list. I will go someday. I'm not admitting to anything. Okay, I had a whole conversation about a Mandalorian mask once, so
See?
you want to talk about weird. It's Beskar, best in the land. No headaches.
So I Googled Nifty and Alice, and it's taking me to all kinds of...
Oh, hold on. Alistair, I'll send it to you.
It's like YouTube and Reddit, and I'm like, So yeah, send it to me. I agree, Anthony.
Hold on, I can't see anything yet. Yeah. There's not really yeah. I'll send you this picture.
Okay. Yeah, England and Ireland. There is some Scottish, but not as much as I was led to believe, and not even led to believe, what I was told.
Yeah.
And one whole side of my dad's family was all American.
Oh, I would love to see Scotland. I've seen pictures, and I know that don't do it justice.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to be right there anyway.
I would just like to do like an English tour. That would be nice.
Go on a European vacation?
Yeah. You know, when I become a millionaire.
Millionaire.
Hey, you know what? I'm on my way. I won $11 on the lottery the other day.
Wow.
It's the biggest win I've ever gotten from one of those scratch tickets.
I think the most we've ever gotten was like $50. And your dad turned around and spent like 30 of it right there in the store before he even came home.
I want to win big. There you go. I found better pictures. Hold on.
So I'll just look up that Has Been Hotel. Ouch.
There you go. Well, I sent you pictures of him too.
Yeah.
He was going to go as Lucifer, but I didn't have enough time to make that costume.
Okay, what do you mean? Doesn't count if it was a $10 ticket. What do you mean?
Are you talking about my $11 win?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, probably. I remember because your dad, it was when we lived in Boardman, and your dad went to the grocery store and he bought $10 in scratch off tickets, and he came home with a VHS rewinder that was a 57 Chevy, and it popped up to put your tape in, and you pop it back down and it rewind your tape.
Okay. To be fair, I would have bought that too.
So yeah, he spent half of what
nice.
he did. Yeah.
That's how they get you. Winning $11 on a $10 ticket. Sir, I won $11 on $30 worth of tickets. Thank you.
Yeah, Tom, I'm always jealous. You travel and you get to see the world. A little jelly.
Had a red one, if I remember correctly.
Grandpa Calvin?
Speaking of Grandpa Calvin, you know what I've been seeing around a lot lately? Those little toy cars that he used to like have a whole collection of when you drive them, the eyes would move. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
I've seen like 30 of them in the last 3 months. I have not seen a single one since I saw them at his house.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a sign. I don't know what for, but it's a sign. I don't believe in coincidences. Either that or somebody else's grandparents just went to the farm.
Yes, the creepy Chevron cars.
They were cool, okay? They're cute.
I don't remember if he had a. I don't remember. I have selective memory. No, my memory is like a net. You know, everything falls through, but every once in a while something catches.
And it's usually a tiny little fish that doesn't have enough meat on it to eat.
Yep. My memory is like trying to carry water in a net.
I like to tell people it's like trying to bathe a raccoon. I don't know if you've ever tried to bathe a raccoon, but it's not easy.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Short term is worthless. Yay. True though.
You like that, Tom? Like trying to catch water, hold water in a net. Anthony's over here speaking his own language. He was blurst. That's nowhere, not even anywhere near the sea. How did that? That had to have been an intentional spelling.
Oh, did I miss
No, I've
something?
never
Oh.
heard that.
Blessed cursed. Ha! I was right.
Ah.
Zoomers.
Guess that's,
Okay, but the thing about being blurst with ADHD memory is that you can remember things, but they're never relevant. And the only time you remember relevant information is when it's no longer relevant. We'll have to come back 3 months later and be like, you remember that conversation we were having 3 months ago?
I just remembered.
Way before Zoomers. I know. I was smack talking the Zoomers for always coming up with new lingo. I get to say that a lot at work, though. They'll say something, and I'll just turn around. Zoomers. And I just walk away.
It's funny.
I can't keep up. I'm starting to feel like the old people. Okay, I get it. I get the okay boomer thing now because I don't know what they're talking about half the time. I still can't tell you whether or not gas is good or bad. Oh, that's gas. Why can't we just say something's cool? Can we go back to groovy?
Cool's not a cool word anymore.
I still walk around saying it's thebomb.com.
I'm a bomb diggity.
Yep, I still say that too. And I say rad.
Or for shiz. I'm always for shiz.
Yep. I say
For shiz.
It's Dutch's.
For shiz, maniz.
And I still say it's the bee's knees. Yeah, no, I show my age a lot. Work with a bunch of babies. All right. Sick. Why aren't things rad or sick anymore? Right? Hi, Muzz. Cat's pajamas. That's one I haven't said in a while.
Cat's pajamas. I've never heard that.
It's the cat's pajamas.
Nope, never heard that before.
That's a millennial thing for sure.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Same with thebomb.com.
That I've heard. I've never used it, but I've heard it.
Started off as the bomb, and then it became thebomb.com.
Might be because by the time the millennials were making up their own language, I was working with adults 24 hours a day. Didn't have much interaction with the youngins.
And people get mad at me too because apparently YOLO is still a thing, and I say YODO whenever I hear somebody say YOLO. It's like it's not YOLO, it's YODO, and they're like, "What?" And I was like, "You live every day. You only die once."
Yeah,
Like,
very true.
Like, just because you only get one life, that doesn't mean waste it doing stupid crap. You only die once,
or waste it not doing anything.
Yeah.
Always, oh, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And then you die and you never got to do any of it.
You almost did it again.
I almost did it again.
Procrastinators unite tomorrow.
Yeah.
Actually, tomorrow doesn't work. Maybe next week. You know what? Let's just talk about it later.
Unironically.
I use Yeet way more often than I should, but mine's from Gray Still Plays, so.
Tom is on the spot with the kid lingo. He's dropped a couple and it even I was like, huh?
And Vine. I still remember that chick from Vine. Hands are a can. This thing's empty. Yeet. I am not hip with the lingo, that's for sure.
Nope, me neither. I speak my own language, and if you don't understand me, I don't care.
Yep. No, yeah, so no, I work with Zoomers. And that's how I learned some of this stuff. And there was this one guy, he was asking me a bunch of questions about, me moving up in the company, and he was like, "Oh, that's gas." And of course, me being the old fart that I am. Oh, is that what that smell is? And then I just walked away, and he he stopped talking to me. Like, no, no, you could just tell me that's cool. Oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's cool. Sick.
Must.
Yesterday, but that's what happens when you do your nails at the same time.
Well, I'd be sitting here die cutting as we're BSing, but it's out in the living room.
Send it, society. Oh no, you guys want a good one. Is probably because there are a few older people where I work. And I was talking to one of them. I don't remember what she was telling me, but I said, gag me with a spoon, and she just turned around like, who the heck are you? And now she thinks we're friends.
It'd be like, oh my god.
Like, gag me with a spoon. Anyway. Shoot me.
It's so fetch.
Okay. I know some people who still say fetch too.
Yep. Did you know that Clueless was Brittany Murphy's first movie?
I did.
I didn't. I thought she was acting before that. I didn't realize that was her first role. Hey, Mona. I'm watching. So the first part 1 aired last night. I'm watching the documentary on her death and like all the events, the weird stuff that happened after, and the speculation that she was murdered for money.
I snorted. Ow.
You totally snorted.
I laughed, and then I choked on my spit, and I tried to inhale, and I snorted. And Anthony, that is probably the funniest thing I've read all day. Ow. Ow. That's funny. Bussin'. I hate that word too.
What word?
Bussin'. Oh, it's bussin'. Bruh. It's good. Good. Can we just say good? That word gives me the ick. There's another Zoomer term for you. It's giving ick.
Yeah. I've heard that. It's weird. My option to put the live chat on is not available. That's weird.
I'm like just walking up. Oh,
because I didn't see Anthony say anything that was so funny that it'd make.
Oh no, he sent it to me through Messenger.
Oh, okay.
I like when people ask me questions too, and just the most girly, like Valley Girl stance. Like I will stand and speak like a Valley Girl. It's not giving. Nobody's ever been killed for money. Be careful how ridiculous you're being. Pretty sure the Beastie Boys used bussin' first, ages before Zoomers. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, am I behind? Wait.
I'd have to listen to some Beastie Boys to confirm that, but I'm not sure that I would want to do that.
Where was that comment?
Which one?
About Stephen being FBI. Where was that one? Was that one
Right
far
above,
up?
No, it's right above Anthony's comment about Beastie Boys.
Interesting. I can't see that one.
Huh.
Rude.
Weird.
Anyway, bussin' is a stupid word, and it shouldn't exist. Same with lit. Oh, it's lit, fam.
I wonder why you can't see that comment. That's weird. I looked at. They said bust it. Gotcha. I don't think I've listened to the Beastie Boys since I was in high school, so
It's honestly kind of shocking considering you live with Dad.
well, not okay. Let me rephrase. I was getting ready to rephrase it. I haven't intentionally listened to the Beastie Boys since I was in high school.
There you go. Bust a move.
Yeah, I saw the comment up there about eight consistent or whatever. That's probably some hate watchers because of who is chatting.
Also, one of them's me.
Well, yeah, one of them's always.
But hey, 6 is still good.
Yeah. 7. It says 7 on my end.
Yeah. Hey there, Steven. Live chat comments are pretty trash.
Totally trash. Yeah, I was gonna go. I scroll up and put it on live chat, but the live chat versus top chat is not there.
35? I'm missing a week. Or missing several weeks. We're gonna cut out next week's prom. I got flashlight on my foot. Whoa. And I'm missing a whole page.
Maybe that's not available on StreamYard. I've never really thought about that. Maybe that's. I think that might be a YouTube thing. The live chat versus.
I found it.
You found it.
I found it.
We're not even close to week 35 yet. How'd you manage to lose your prompt?
We're on 32.
I know.
We're close to 35. Only 3 weeks away.
I know. One of the weeks will be at fair, though.
Yeah.
34?
4? I found it. I found it. Well, technically, I found a copy of it.
Well, the irony would be if it's actually 35. $32, $33, $34. No, it will be week 34 when we're at fair.
And are we pre-recording for that, or how are we doing that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Squirrel! 70-30. I've not experienced the spam bot stuff. I hold all of my comments for a review just because, I don't do the political stuff. And, I had somebody on the video about with the bread vending machine. I had somebody comment that that's why we should be a socialist, and I'm like, what does that have to do with bread? And I had somebody else comment, that's not bread. And I'm like, my first instinct was to write back then, what the hell do you think it is? It's a bread machine. How is it not bread? But I'm like, yeah, we're just going to delete those. So those kind of stuff, I don't even bother putting them through.
So you're absolutely right. Bread for all.
I know, I was telling your dad, we were talking about, the benefits and the negatives of going to Kaibi. And I'm like, well, the only benefit is that it does in a pinch because it's the closest, but you pay almost twice as much for whatever you're buying, because it's a little podunk grocery store. And I'm like, now I go, but if I could eat bread like I want to eat bread, and like I used to be able to eat bread, I'd be there every other day buying bread. And he goes, you can always just buy some and bring it home. And I'm like, no.
No. As long as it doesn't break TOS, put them through.
Because if I bring it home, I'm going to eat it. Yeah, I don't allow any of the sideways, political, hateful, whatever comments. I just delete them.
We don't like the nasties. I could delete hate comments, if I ever posted enough to get any. I gotta put Carl in the fair box to make sure he goes to fair with me.
Yes, you gotta make sure he comes to fair. But we still have one more video to do before you have to pack up for fair, so.
Oh, everything's already packed up. In other words, it's jammed into the backseat of my car. Where I live.
I say, well, you kind of still technically I
spend more time
live halfway in your
outside.
car anyway.
Yeah, I spend more time outside of this house than I do inside, so.
That's not a bad thing.
A rabbit cage without protection.
Especially the half of summer that, you're flying solo.
Yeah.
I put him on a rabbit cage without protection. Oh, that would be an interesting breeding.
I don't think that's what he meant.
I know.
Honestly, though, I'm at this point with Carl that he's not going to stay perfect forever. If I'm going to start, especially if I'm going to start traveling with him, that I'm kind of excited for him to get ruined in a way, because that provides me with a lot of weird and creative ways to fix him.
Yeah, you slowly turn him into a zombie.
Hating just whining. Yeah. Time for Carl 2.0. Yeah, he'd get a few extra limbs before I replaced him for sure. He's already part dinosaur.
Yeah, but it's like I could, but to be honest, I don't have the energy for that kind of stuff. I'd rather just leave them in their own little corner of misery. Well, let's go over this and the prompts for next week, and then we can continue to sit here and BS if we want. Otherwise, I'm going to get completely distracted and forget the whole purpose of the actual.
Oh no! I got distracted.
I got distracted. I'm totally distracted.
I just finished my chai. Ooh,
I forgot that I had a coffee because I had it sitting on the living room floor because I can't put it on my table while I'm doing the physics because it'll shake my cup off the table. So I had it sitting on the floor. Don't ask me how I got up and down off the couch like 10 times without kicking it. Not a clue. But then I opened up a Pepsi and forgot I had coffee. Now I got both of them. I'm so distracted. Caffeine. Caffeine.
In my
All
coffee.
Right. So this week's prompts. A cake or dessert?
I have a big old cake back here in my background. It's just a big old black and white cake.
And mine are my little gingerbread cookies down here, dressed up for winter.
They're so cute.
I know. I took them out of the box, so because I couldn't find a picture of a dessert without tearing into one of my cookbooks. And I knew I had these in the die cut. I was actually looking for the cupcake, but I must have like taken the cupcake out and used it for something else because I couldn't find the cupcake either. So I'll have to cut them out again and remake them. So I have the sample in the envelope. I've had gingerbread cookies, and they are to hold my prompts. I made them into a little tucky. An instrument with keys.
I have, hold on, one of my absolute favorite instruments, which is extra funny considering we were talking about like age. I have a harpsichord.
Oh.
I absolutely love harpsies. I think they are so pretty. And also they sound awesome.
So I took some artistic license. This was part of a page that was taken out of a music book. You can see down here they're piano keys. And she's got piano keys on her dress. But I've had this picture just kind of sitting aside in my supplies. And so when I saw the prompt from last week, I'm like, "Ooh, I'm going to go grab that picture."
Big ears and a waggy tail. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
Sorry, catching up on comments. Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
Can I pet that dog?
Debates over bread. Yep. Would that be Muzzy or Ollie?
Can I pet that dog?
So while mine is not an instrument, it's a representation of an instrument.
Piano's an instrument. It counts.
Right. I was saying I don't have an actual picture of a piano, but
that's okay.
I have a representation of a piano.
I did that on one of mine.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not the only one with these, but
I used a lot of these pictures in a journal that I made for somebody in this community to honor her grandparents. But there was a bunch of these pictures like this, and I'm like, I really liked them. So I think I have 2 or 3 left.
I used piano keys for a repeating pattern. That's right.
A flying insect.
I have 1, 2, 4 moths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this little fly guy down here.
Fly guy. Pretty fly for a white guy. I'm so disappointed. I'm totally distracted. I'm not, apparently don't have enough caffeine, or maybe I've received my daily dose and I'm super hyper. I don't know. You got the Wednesday Addams where she asks if the Girl Scout cookies are made with real Girl Scouts. Right? We pull up to the window at Badger Canyon Coffee, and their special is a Mexican mocha. And I'm like, you need to ask her, is it made with real Mexicans? He didn't do it. If I was by myself, I would have done it. Just been, and then been like, when like Wednesday Addams wants Girl Scout cookies made out of real Girl Scouts. Your dad got it, but I couldn't because there was cinnamon. There's cinnamon in it. So, but I was like, man,
am 100% going to find any excuse to tell that joke to Jared sometime.
Oh, and be a helpful asshole. Yeah. Your dad does that in real life.
I just avoid internet conversations because I'm not.
Oliver's going to stick snuggled. That's true.
You?
Yeah. Yep. So I have dual duty. I have my little dragonfly since my Sizzix is out working a bazillion hours overtime. I grabbed my dragonfly die and I did a polka dotted dragonfly.
Nice.
So my dragonfly is doing double duty. He's a flying insect and he's polka dots. But I also have the next prompt being polka dots.
Same.
I have a piece of ribbon down the edge of my paper here that's polka dots.
Oh, you double dutied.
I did. But I think it balances. Where's your polka dots? Oh, I see one.
Yep. I have this pretty little lady right here in her polka dot dress. And there's also, you can't really see them too well. There's polka dots on the cape too. Polka dots. Polka dots. Why do I feel like my camera zoomed out? It didn't. It just felt like it did.
Well, I was sitting here trying to zoom in. It wasn't doing anything. So I'm like, oh, my battery must be going dead. So I set the remote down and all of it, and I look back up, and suddenly it's like this. Like, you zoomed after I put the remote down. Thanks.
So much duty.
You said duty.
Duty.
Flag.
I have a white flag because it was the only one that fit the theme. But no, I'm not surrendering. I never will.
That's yeah. And I did a mock flag. So I had this red and white ribbon. And I had a light blue ribbon. I didn't have any dark blue. But this was actually what inspired it, was I had this star fabric or star ribbon.
That's cute.
And so I cut it down so that I'd only have 13 stripes, that they're in the right order. I used the blue to make the blue, and then obviously it's not accurate because it doesn't have 50 stars on it, but that's okay. Here's my flag. And that really kind of tied in all the red as well.
Yeah. I just have little scrappy for ribbons. I have a big long piece of ribbon here. But I also have a ribbon up here that holds my prompts. But it wasn't until I put this little thingy in here that I realized that it looks like a sumo diaper.
Oh my god, it does.
Too late to change it. My prompts are held in by a diaper now.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Yep, and mine are slipping in here behind my gingerbread cookies.
I like.
All right, so next week, week 33. So we can either do 33 and 34 next week, or we can do 33 next week, and then the week after fair do 34 and 35.
I would rather do it the week after. I don't want to try to double feature right before fair. Okay.
Fair enough. So week 33, and hopefully both of us remember it's Tuesday, on Tuesday, is a leaf or leaves, something made from wood, graph paper, something that makes you happy, an animal with fur.
Those are the same thing.
And bonus is a receipt. I know what animal you're going to use.
What? That's what I said. An animal, something that makes you happy, and an animal with fur. Those are the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
An excuse to do another black and white page? What?
I can't tell what that. I can't tell what that icon is.
I made it.
Is that a clock?
This far. 30. 32 weeks before I had a fully black and white page. You should be proud.
I'm a little surprised.
Drums. It's a little drum,
Drums.
like a little snare drum.
Okay. I'm like, I can't tell what that is.
But
Oh, now I see it. But see, now I feel like Muzz because I'm like, wait, did one of us say a joke? That happens in her chat all the time. Well, she'll say something and somebody will answer it in chat. A lot of times it's me. And then she's like, wait, what did I say? I'm like, okay, let me remind you what I'm answering.
Ta-da!
Leaves, leaf or leaves, something made from wood. Like the graph paper. See, she has drums and she doesn't even know why.
Maybe she hasn't had enough caffeine. Or too much.
So the graph paper is made from wood. Right? Paper's made from wood.
Yeah. You know, so just put a whole tree on there because trees are made of wood and they have leaves.
Yeah.
Next week's gonna be fun.
Yes.
I gotta go pat this. Ah.
Well, let's see. I could do a fox. I could do a squirrel. I could do a squirrel.
I could do a squirrel.
Oh, hedgehogs
don't put it on your prompts.
Huh?
You can't do a squirrel. I don't want to be in your book.
Well, I'm like, these are sitting out. I haven't put them away yet. So I'm like, well. It's funny because I keep looking at this. Like this.
Looks like a weird, creepy clown.
But it goes like this, which makes more sense.
Hedgehog. Hamster? What is it?
I don't know if it's a hedgehog or a porcupine.
I'm going with hedgehog because they're cute.
But I keep picking it up and putting it as like it's a ghost. I pick it up and go, a ghost with a smiley face. And I'm like, no, Laura. See, but it doesn't look like this hedgehog. They don't look the same.
Throw it, see how fast it moves.
Well, I don't know that porcupines or hedgehogs move very fast. Unless it's a blue hedgehog, and then they run really fast.
You know what kind of pet I want? A panda, but also an armadillo.
Oddly enough, I could see an armadillo.
I can't have a pet panda because apparently it's like, I don't know, illegal or something. Ugh. Dang laws keeping people safe and stuff.
Yeah. And we live in probably one of the more stricter states against exotic animals.
Yeah. I just want a baby panda. They won't let me have a raccoon either.
Yeah, I think California is definitely, I think, is more strict than Washington, but on exotics, but not by much.
If I find a raccoon on the side of the road, they told me I'm not allowed to take it home. Despite Jared trying to get out of the car to get it.
I wouldn't want to catch a wild one.
I would. They're so cute. And I want to give him cotton candy in a little bowl to wash his cotton candy in. And then this pandas aren't nice. No, they're perfect is what they are.
My husband and I were just talking about lemurs, and because we were watching a show and they had is it prairie dogs? The ones that have the long tails and they stand up on their back legs? No. What were those creatures? Anyway, they're cute, but man, they were vicious. I had no idea they were so vicious. And then the subject changed to ringtail.
I know I tried to approve that comment, but it said another moderator has already handled this. And yes, Anthony, although you're correct, they're perfect. Okay? They're perfect. Pandas are life. I love pandas. I don't care how dumb they are, and I don't care how mean they are. They are perfect. Also, kind of like the embodiment of my spirit animal.
I was gonna say they kind of like you. Yes, Stephen, I agree. And so my only experience with raccoons was when I was a kid, and my best friend had a here selective memory again. She had a raccoon named Jiggers that she raised from a baby, and we used to go down to the pond and catch bullfrogs to feed him. That memory is very etched in my brain. But he one day just went crazy, and it like attacked her and like bit her really bad. She had to go get a bunch of stitches put in her hand. And I'm like, this is an animal she raised from birth, pretty much. And so I'm like, I don't know. I think raccoons to me are like one of the species of animals that you cannot nice the
Domesticate.
genetics.
Okay, but the same could be said about any animal, to be fair. Like, look how many reports we have of the sweetest dogs suddenly mauling people. Like, it's a risk we take adopting creatures, and I think for a cute little raccoon, it'd be worth it. Same with pandas. Pandas, if I get mauled by a panda and I die, I would be okay with that, okay? This is the cutest death of all time.
There is a personality test leader? I can't remember. There was some little thing that I took for one of the courses that I was taking, and it identifies you as a lion, an otter, a dog, and something else. You like answer these questions, and I don't remember exactly, but I was an otter.
Because owners are bad. Sometimes, yeah. There's usually okay. So let me be clear. Like I'm fully aware that there's usually an underlying cause, but my argument there was because sometimes dogs get sick and they act out, but they don't show any symptoms of being sick. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about most animals. Is that at any point, for any reason, whether it's bad husbandry, bad owners, getting sick, getting head trauma, whatever, any animal can turn. So realistically, in my brain, whether logically or not, shouldn't be any different for raccoons.
I Googled. It is a personality test, and it's lion, otter, golden retriever, or a beaver.
I have a dog that suddenly turned mean out of nowhere, but then we found out she had health issues. So takes years to domesticate a human, and some of them still go feral.
Uh-huh.
And it's not all of them. Some animals stay sweet forever. Some animal, like my dog Jorah, she was sweet until she wasn't. But we found out, she was in pain, which doesn't excuse the behavior, but she was in pain. And that's the only reason she got mean. I mean, if you ask me, she had every reason to be mean, and it surprised me that she wasn't, but I've had
Yeah,
worse luck with people than I have with animals.
she really she reverted back to the way she was when, you know,
Yeah.
Robbie had her.
Yep. But that was the point that I knew that she was on her way out. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'm being summoned.
Oh my god, that's funny, Stephen. One last story before we go. Apparently, Arrow has decided that his job is to protect me. And last night we're standing in the kitchen, and your dad puts his arms around me and gives me a hug, and Arrow starts growling and barking at him.
Oh, that is the
And I'm
cutest
like,
thing.
so I turn my head over to him. I go, "What? What are you talking about? What are you doing?" And he comes up and he like on the side of your dad's leg. He's like, "Ow."
That is cute.
I'm like, apparently I have a new protector in the house.
Yeah.
And
Jorah would like to believe she was a wolf.
I agreed, Anthony. I think I've read that as well. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Apparently I have a new protector.
Yeah. Jorah, yeah. It was kind of a relief, as sad as it was, to find out that she was getting mean because she was in pain though. Because I didn't like the thought of having to rehome her or put her down because she was just mean. You know, it's a lot easier to let go of a dog when you know you're giving them peace.
Yeah. And that anniversary just happened because I got a Facebook memory.
Yeah, it was the 21st, I think. It was 2 days before Mina's birthday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't
Or the
remember.
day after. Oh, I think it was the day after.
I got the Facebook memory with a picture of you holding her head.
Yep.
I was like,
But
wow.
she's not in pain anymore. That's what keeps me going on that. It was a tough decision, but
and also pretty sure she had the beatus.
Yeah, for Allison to take one look at her and make that diagnosis, I have no doubt.
Yeah, she gained a lot of weight really, really fast in the end.
Yeah. But she was, yeah. It was a hard let go, but she's not in pain, and I would rather not make her suffer, especially not if she's going to be mean the whole time.
Yeah. Especially not with a baby in the house.
Yep. She was so good with Mina though.
Yeah, but for how long would have been was the ultimate question.
Yep, that's why we were looking at rehoming though. As soon as we found out that she was sick and in pain, it was no longer about rehoming.
Yeah.
But yep, I'm being summoned.
by Jared.
By Sierra, actually.
Oh. Well, tell Miss Sierra I said hello.
I will.
Tell Jared I said hello when you speak to him, because I know that'll be soon.
Yeah. It takes about 10 minutes to get there.
Oh. Somebody needing a ride home?
No, it's their lunch break.
Ah. Alrighty. Well, tell him I said hello. Hola.
Hola. All right. Wednesday waves, y'all.
See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. It was fun.
Yeah. See y'all later. Catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.